Maxapata, 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 oh, Maxapata.
Rocky Maxapata.
Well, he stands no more than 5'3". This puppy head, horny, hungry Asian pygmy. Road trips with Corolla and sleeps in a drawer. Heard he's good with the ladies, Filipino man whore. Took a school bus trip all around the state. He got a big appetite, likes to clean his plate. His real name's Laxamana, but not to Adam. So we changed that shit up, now we call him Maxapata. Maxapata, 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 Maxapata.
I can't believe no one else ever dubbed you Maxapata.
It's nowhere near my last name. Why would anybody call me Maxapata?
To be insulting,
I got
or
Laxamana. My last name's Laxamana. I got Waxalama, loves your mama, which I didn't think was really that big of an insult.
But that's the whole point. I'm naming you after a feminine product. Yeah. These guys are walks with a llama. That's not.
I know, but I don't think it's close. I still don't think it's close.
I'd say, well, first off, Dr. Drew thought your name was Maxapata.
Well, because legitimately, it's so bizarre.
You just went to school with a bunch of fucking uncreative people. He loves his mama.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm devastated.
That one was not. That was a nice one.
I mean, that's a little bit better than Waxalama.
Yeah, well, people just
is that supposed
whatever
to be
they could
funny
rhyme.
One? Like,
these are kids.
Ouch! Well, how much? I live an exotic lifestyle.
And maxi pads aren't a big high school thing anyway.
And kids will grab that lowest hanging fruit too. With the last Dameshek, did you get anything? Did you get like Damish shit or?
In fact. I'm sorry, I don't want to get in your way, Maxapata, or whatever your name is. The Waxalama, whatever.
I'd argue Maxapata is closer than Waxalama.
Imagine as nervous as I've ever been, walking into a room, assured that, listen, Cousin Sal, you met Jimmy the one day over at when I invited you over to watch football. You met Jimmy. It's going to be you and Jimmy doing this interview for the Man Show. So you don't have anything to be nervous about. And I walk in, and it's Jimmy Kimmel, and it's also Daniel Kellison, and it's also Adam Carolla, who now I'm on, oh no, he's funny, and now what am I going to do? And then there's another raisiny kind of looking guy, and I place 5 minutes into the conversation, and they say, oh, and of course you know Bob. And I say, like, yeah, of course I know Bob, but I don't know who Bob is. And then I realize 5 minutes in, oh, it's Bobcat Goldthwait. And I don't know what to do, and they're having a conversation, and I insert myself into it and somehow find myself telling the story of, like, yeah, because Kimmel says, Dameshek, that sounds like a homicide detective or something. And I say, in third grade, it was a misery because the kids would call me, you have a bad word in your last name. Dave Dameshek, the damn people who live in a shack. Right. And I'm telling that whole story. And as I'm telling this story, I'm a fly on the wall looking at myself saying, what the hell are you doing in this interview? You're trying to get a job as a comedy writer, and this is your story. You got no chance. Pack your bags. Damn person who lives in a shack. And here I sit with Maxapata.
I got Crayola, which is another lateral move. It's like that's a crayon. Like it's like a alpaca.
Can't do a lot with Brian or Bishop. But I got one kid was like bitch mop, and I'm like all right. I mean, am I supposed to be insulted by that? Just a little bit desperate.
I do love that people have to toil and really burn calories.
Yes,
like I must put you down verbally, but how? Yeah, sorry. What's our first story, Maxapata?
All right. So on Thursday last week, Lady Gaga, she has a residency in Vegas. Mm-hmm. And just like you, Adam, she likes to do a lot of crowd work.
Yeah.
And what she did is she brought up a fan.
Where are y'all from?
She brings up a fan on stage, and she dances with him. The way she dances with him is she just jumps on him and starts grinding on him. But things did not go according to plan. We'll play the video here. And you could see her straddling this guy.
Oh,
and they're kind of moving, and then
no,
fell right off the stage.
Oh no, he Patrick Mahomes himself.
That's a big.
Yes, he did.
That's a big.
You see that
fall.
left knee?
It's bad news.
That's a big fall.
Oh yeah, the knee was the last thing to go.
Yeah,
that was bad news right there.
Yeah, that's a big fall.
So
I got to tell you, as a dude who's been on stage a lot. there are a couple things working against you. One is most all stages are just black. And they don't really have a defining edge. It's just black. It just sort of leads into the black. It's like a cyclorama or something.
Yeah, it fades.
It just fades away. And you have a spotlight in your face. I don't think most people who walk out on stage when the house lights are up or they're doing a sound check or whatever don't notice. When the lights go down and the spotlight hits you in the face, you can't really see anything. And the last thing you want to do as a performer is look down when you're walking around. So you have all these things kind of conspiring against you, and it happens all the time. And they don't. Oh, Bean from Kevin and Bean fell off stage.
Yeah, I got the video of that.
A lot of guys. Well, they don't. It's not like they don't throw mattresses or spare tires down on the floor either. It's just guardrails and drunk people.
Didn't Kelsey Grammer? It wasn't he? He had the
did.
best one ever. He walked full speed straight off, as though he was doing a pratfall.
And Margaret fell off and really screwed herself up. It's going to happen because you have this cocktail of black stage, spotlight in your face. Anyway, I don't have to watch Bean fall. Anyway,
it was a big fall.
Up?
So they get up. The guy is horrified. The fan, his name's Jack. He's horrified. All the security's helping her up. She gets to the mic right away and she just goes, "Everything's okay. The only thing that's not okay is we need some stairs for the damn stage so I can get back up." She gets back on the stage, sits down at the piano, invites the fan, who's now crying, to sit next to her. He's devastated.
Wow.
And, also a big ask to perform an impromptu stunt essentially with a fan who's not prepped, or you have no idea if this guy's strong or capable or
right.
Yeah. And she announces to the audience, "Internet, do not destroy this guy. Tells him everything's going to be okay." And she looks at him. She goes, "Could you promise me something? Could you forgive yourself right now for what just happened?" They sing a song. He sits next to her, and everything is okay.
He wept, though?
Yeah, he was weeping.
Tell me something, boy.
Okay, he doesn't need to forgive himself. That's kind of on her. She jumped on him and was bouncing up and down.
I'm sure he feels some sort of responsibility.
I know, but he doesn't. This one's squarely on her.
Very quickly.
I can't believe everyone's okay.
I'm just curious, Ace, for comparison's sake, did Gabe weep after the August backpack incident?
Who's Gabe?
Gabe isn't sure who Gabe is.
All right, what else?
All right, well, a 6-year-old Minnesota boy was missing for nearly 10 hours in a cornfield, the last place where you'd want to get wished.
He got wished out there, yeah.
And over 600 volunteers turned out to find him. They couldn't. The way they did find him, though, was a drone. A drone with
smart
thermal technology went to the sky.
Oh, wow.
And cops are saying that's the only way that we would have found him.
Was he passed out or something? They couldn't yell for him?
10 hours, it was 40 degrees. And
that's what I'm saying. Was he out or something?
But he's okay. It's just
damn.
Yeah, they used a drone, so technology once again rises.
We should because I was picturing Jack Nicholson and The Shining, ending up that way. Yeah,
icicle on the nose.
We have enough technology for this stuff to never really happen again. Don't we? I know everyone's scared about Big Brother, but when Mike August is getting back in the car with Gabe at LAX at 6:45 in the morning because he doesn't have his passport and can't continue on his journey without a piece of paper with a small picture of his face on it, like you're going through Nazi Germany in the 40s or something. Could we just up this? I would take the chip. I would take the retinal scan. I will take whatever, and then you will know where we are, like the tennis ball. I think they got a chip in the tennis ball, fair, foul, you know what I mean? People put chips in their dogs. Put a chip in your kid. Well, you know where he is. You'll be able to find him.
Do they, for real, I know this is, but the ISIS guys who are escaping everything, they just put one of those in them. Then now at least you'd always know where they are, right?
Put a chip in everybody.
For real. And also, regarding the drone, I was just thinking about this. My 10-year-old boy, Jean-Claude Van Dameshek, could not believe that they fly blimps. How do they get those photos from on high over football stadiums? I said, the blimp is there. He said, People fly blimps? What they still do that?
Yeah.
And it's a great question. Why? What is the need for blimps? And nobody's traveling by blimp anymore. Why don't they just use drones? Do they have to fly a big dumb balloon over every stadium? At this point?
Well,
Goodyear's paying for that.
yeah, I think they're trying to get the advertising.
Yeah, I get it, but still.
Dave, it's money rules.
Yeah.
You know they're coming out with a sequel to The Shining
Oh, really?
this year. Yeah,
Yeah.
Dr. Sleep.
I'm down with
It's
that.
it's an
Jason
adult.
Bateman.
It's an adult. No, it's Ewan McGregor.
Oh, it's Ewan McGregor? I thought
Yeah,
it was, oh,
I'm almost positive. We're gonna look that up. Matt,
Oh,
you
it might
might
be
know.
Ewan McGregor. I trust you over
But
me.
either way, grown up Danny Torrance. You know the kid.
Oh,
the kid.
right. Yeah, I had heard that. Yeah. Sorry.
Interesting. Since we're talking about The Shining kind of coming back, there's another movie that they're booting into a feature, and that is Barney. You remember Barney, the purple dinosaur?
dinosaur?
They're Daniel Kaluuya from Get Out
Oh yeah.
is producing this movie, and he says Barney was a ubiquitous figure in many of our childhoods. Then he disappeared into the shadows, left misunderstood. We're excited to explore this compelling modern-day hero and see if it's a message of "I love you, you love me" can stand the test of time.
All right.
And it's joining Hot Wheels and Barbie as the new Mattel universe.
Can we just make a feature called Stuff You've Heard of?
Mm-hmm.
And
That's what dominates the box
What
office.
is it? It's just stuff that you know about from some other time that you're aware of. I don't know.
Yeah.
What's your stepdad's name? Herb. All right, let's make it that. We'll just stuff.
I
Just
love
things
nostalgia.
you've heard of. Stuff.
It's called Hey, I Know That.
Yeah, Vans Shoes, the movie. It's just stuff I know. Yeah. Well, why aren't we having a Vans Shoes movie? Someone is going, I got 14-year-old kids. They come over the house. They're all wearing Vans. Now, come on now.
Okay, I see the potential.
Hold on. I'm on a roll. Hot Pockets, the movie. Come on. Who here has everyone heard of Hot Pockets?
Of course.
I rest my case.
Oh, I guess we're in production.
Saline solution.
I know what that is.
The movie.
I know what that is.
We know we know people with contact lenses.
I used it this
right?
morning.
Ooh, I'm on a roll. Celery. Do you guys know what celery is?
Since I was a
That's
child.
the movie, but this is the movie. We reimagine celery.
It's a hit.
No, I'm onto the formula.
Yeah.
It's all the movie.
What else? Cuticles. The movie.
We've all got them.
You ever had your cuticles pushed?
We've all got them.
Gum. Trident. The gum. Now, remember that shit, right?
I know Trident.
That was awesome, right?
We can co-produce the Wrigley's.
Now, do we go Snickers bar the movie or fun size Snickers bar? Maybe that's a short.
Yeah,
Both.
that's- yeah.
Both.
Mars Universe.
Okay, just stuff you've heard of. Oh, yeah. Interior of your car. The movie. Did you guys been inside your car, right?
I was
Does that sound
inside just
familiar?
before this, yeah.
Have you guys had fried chicken? Fried chicken. The movie.
This is relatable. Yeah. We've all been.
Would play big in the South.
Ooh, I was walking in the office. I saw a pine cone on the ground.
I like where your
Everyone
head's
knows
at.
what a pine cone is, right? Pine cone. The movie. It just keeps going. I don't know why you guys can't keep up.
What?
It is based
be
on
writing
some of
this
your
down.
pitch meetings over the years. Nobody would get that. This is why this would work. They'd be like, everybody gets that. Everybody understands Adam. Everybody's been there.
Everyone knows.
I know
That's
pine
right.
cones.
All right. You guys all know what an undershirt is?
And how?
The movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone's going to have fun poking.
Imagine we just get half the people who know what an undershirt is into the theater.
That's the #1 movie of the year.
Or pine cone. It's #1. Sorry.
This Barbie movie that's coming out, by the way, set up at Warner Brothers, has a Margot Robbie starring.
You know
in it.
what? We all like to laugh about the Barbie and the Barney and the whatever. As I've said many times, in a world where the Lego movie is a fucking instant classic, anything can
I
be
know.
good. Anything can be
But
good.
can we make rules like we started with the rolling memorials? Porcelain Punisher, I think they were just talking about Clueless. I was listening to Kevin and Bean last week, and they were talking about Clueless, the TV show or the movie that they're redoing. They're making a TV show. Now, here's my whole thing. You are allowed to make Barbie the movie, and you're allowed to make Clueless the TV show or the Archies or whatever it is. I don't want all the reimagining. Make a new fucking movie, because that's not Barbie then. It's like, well, we're making Barbie the movie, except for it has nothing to do with Barbie.
The worst
now
one
you're
was
just
when
stealing a name.
What
and
was
crashing it on-
Battleship? Remember that 10, 15 years ago? Battleship, really, perhaps this side of the cavemen, the Geico cavemen TV show. Battleship, the movie. Like, all right, I mean, you're just using the name.
Right.
But then it was about aliens invading. What? That has nothing to do with the movie.
I talked to Pete Berg when he was writing that movie, and he said, I have to hang up. I'm going out on a boat. And I said, why? And he said, to write Battleship. And I was like, all right, so whoever wrote Alien had to go to outer space, or can you go to your fucking living room and write on terra firma? And then he went and wrote the movie Battleship. But it's still unclear to me whether it was Battleship from Hasbro
or just reused
it was.
It takes place on a battleship.
Right, but he just kind of borrowed that name, that familiarity for what you're talking about. You guys know what this is.
The
You guys
same
know
font.
Yeah. But nothing to do with, B7.
Mean Girls, Clueless, going to be a new TV series for CBS. It's Mean Girls meets Riverdale, dramatic take on a high school comedy centered on the character played by Stacey Dash.
Yeah, she was a character.
That's correct.
I
She
know,
was like
but
the best friend character.
it's centered on her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't she just get
That's
arrested?
according to Deadline.
yeah. She punched her husband or something.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Stacey Bash, am I right?
Her husband said, I believe Hunter Biden. And then she took a swing at him.
so a
Deep dive. Go ahead.
A couple weeks ago, we had Bill Gertz on. You guys talked about the whole NBA in China, that bizarre story. Well, a Lakers fan raised almost $43,000, and they're going to hand out "Stand with Hong Kong" T-shirts at the Lakers opener. He did
Hold
a
on. I'm super rich and out of touch. Is $43,000 a lot of money?
That's considered a lot to most people.
for shirts. Yeah. So what happened was he had a goal of $20,000 in this crowdfunding thing, and he raised $43,000.
Almost double his goal.
Before donations were disabled.
Disabled.
Yeah, and the page describes the plot as effective/hilarious and goes on to detail the political reasons for the protests in Hong Kong. And, and this is all just in response to LeBron James and his response to the whole China thing.
I don't like the part about LeBron James where he's obviously beholden to the money and the manufacturers, Nike and everything. That's all that fine. And the fact where he can't really say anything because it's a huge revenue stream for him, and I get it. The part where he gives the press conference explaining that the general manager of the Rockets needs to educate himself, now we're into some weird territory because LeBron needs to educate himself, not the general manager who's standing with Hong Kong. He's got to educate himself. Now it's getting demeaning, which is that guy is educated. He said something that was patently true, and you guys are all worried about your paychecks, so you're going to crap all over his truism and then explain he needs to educate himself?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, hero.
Condescending at minimum.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
On Friday, the NBA announced that they're going to stop. They're going to silence all comments about China moving forward while they're in China. So they've already made.
It's always an
players
effective strategy.
Can I say this? I mean, no one knows how things would play out, but every time I talk to Mark Garagos, and maybe you can find LeBron telling his press conference on the HK. But okay, whenever I talk to Mark Garagos, and I say to him, Mark, these things will live and die in 3 or 4 working days. And by the way, Trump will say something stupid in 72 hours and it'll all be gone. Kathy Griffin is having a press conference. She's crying and screaming. He's trying to kill me. That tears the Band-Aid off it. And now it's an open wound again. And now everyone covers the press conference. Why not just stay in your condo for a few days and we'll just move on? He says to me every time, yes, what are these people doing? It's like, all right, the guy from Houston makes a comment, sends an innocuous tweet out there, like, stand with Hong Kong. Just let it die. Just leave it alone. Just walk away. And in 24 hours, it'll be completely and utterly gone. No, you got to go. You got to address it. He's got to apologize. You have to do some half-ass. It's a Rubik's Cube that never works out because China's evil, and you guys are getting tons of money from China. So there's no way to spin this that doesn't end up landing in your lap as broken eggs.
You are so right about this, and if I ever had any doubts about this, which I have, like, how do you handle these things that are like that? Consider a piping hot bowl of soup and then forcing yourself to just eat it, or just wait until it cools down, then it'll go down just fine. This thing of gotta eat the soup right now. Like, if Donald Trump has taught the world anything, is just deny it until people move on to something else. That is exactly
the guy
right.
made an innocuous tweet. I'm sure a few people in China got their nose out of joint, but it would have just died and gone away immediately.
There's a bit of the Streisand effect too, where if you just let it go, it would have eventually less people would have noticed it, but by bringing attention to it, now it's a thing. Now it's the top story on sports.
That was also not Streisand.
Right, here's
really?
Let it go.
Here's LeBron.
Talk about this freedom of speech. Yes, we all do have freedom of speech, but at times there are ramifications for the negative that can happen when you're not thinking about others and you're only thinking about yourself. So I don't believe I don't want to get into a word or sentence feud with Daryl Morey, but I believe he wasn't educated on the situation at hand, and he spoke, and so many people could have been harmed, not only financially, but physically, emotionally, spiritually. So just be careful what we tweet and we say and what we do, even though, yes, we do have freedom of speech, but there can be
a lot. He's got to educate himself.
He's usually
talks about oppressed people.
He's usually very good at press conferences. This is the biggest backlash I've ever seen.
The Bettis is watching him and Steve Kerr stammer through up. I got to educate my brother-in-law. So he has wisdom of the Orient. I'm going to shoot him an email to see what's going on over there. Okay, Mr. has an opinion on everything.
I hear you. I don't want to. I'm not looking for an argument or anything.
You rich hypocrites.
I'm not looking for an argument, but the bulk of the last 20 years, LeBron James has done a lot of stuff that he didn't have to do with his platform, and he's done a lot of good.
Right,
that's the only thing worthwhile. That's worthwhile.
So I look. He opened a school. That's great. But the thing about China is you guys are getting money from an evil regime, and you can keep the money, but spare the lecture. Mm-hmm. That's all. Just zip it, move on. Just keep walking. All right, one more, Max Zapata.
All right, well, Mike August on the freeway.
Max Zapata doesn't sound anything like Laxamana?
Loves his mama.
Laxamana. Nobody would come up with that.
Well, obviously you didn't go to school with verbal geniuses.
Yeah, I don't know. My problem was you gave me this name when we were recording your audiobook. Mm-hmm. And I was sitting in that booth right where Dawson is, and you called me Max Zapata. You used to call me Maxa Laxa, Anamaxa, whatever, and then you called me Max Zapata.
That sounds about right.
I made a face, and you caught it, and I think that's what happened.
Yeah.
Finally got a reaction.
Yeah. This is basically what I did to you. Is I'm Roberto Duran. I gave you a body shot, and I saw you wince. Yeah. And now I'm going right back to the body.
That's what happened.
You could have been stoic.
I winced. I should have been.
It bleeds.
Should have smiled.
That wince ruined my life.
You should have taken Balboa's strategy, dubious as though it was, against Clubber Lang. Take a headshot, not so bad.
Yeah.
Headshot, not so bad. Headshot, not so bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Stallone in that
Dubious
movie
strategy.
should have decided he couldn't be knocked out in the first fight.
That would have solved everything.
Then he would have won that one, right?
Would have been a 25-minute movie.
By the way, all these people, these lifelong boxing people in his corner, no one's ever heard of rope-a-doping. They're, what's he doing?
Right.
What's he doing? Well, I don't know. Ali did it a few years back.
He's taking roundhouses from Clubber Lang. That's so bad.
All right, well, Mike August is on the freeway looking for his stuff, and that's pretty dangerous to do, but not as dangerous as this. There's some pretty bad road rage out in Staten Island. An enraged motorist brawled with a truck driver in the middle of the Staten Island Expressway, then bashed the trucker's big rig with a baseball bat in a wild road rage attack caught on the truck's dash cam.
Going after a truck.
So the car stops right in front of the truck, forces the truck to pull over, gets a baseball bat, starts hitting the truck.
Oh, my.
They just start getting into it in the middle while traffic's just driving on by. And
my.
Wait, the person with the bat is either a chick or a slightly built
it's a woman.
dude?
No, that's loves his llama. I think.
Walks his mama.
Is that you?
That is not me, though. That's a different bat.
Is that a
wielding Honda
dude who's
driver.
fighting?
That look like a woman
it's
to
a
me.
small person with a bat. Looks like a chick.
In a pink velour jumpsuit, at least.
Yeah, juicy.
That's you.
That could
My
be me.
luck!
Oh, God.
I could, I could have been, Prince's cousin or something. But the trucker charges the. Is it a female?
The bat wielder, which
bat
Just a
wielder.
bat wielding Honda driver. I don't know if
That's a woman.
It's an information of who the person
starts
is.
from the
charges her and then pummels her. It's so.
I guess it could be a wispy
Yeah, but
dude.
that's a pretty good stance.
No, it's not.
Yeah. By the way, if you're driving a
up.
Civic and wearing a pink velour jumpsuit and go about $1.28 sopping wet, don't get in with the 18-wheeler guys.
Yeah.
That's
That's a sturdy fella.
That guy's making a grilled cheese off his cigarette lighter. He's got a hot plate that plugs into a cigarette lighter. That guy's going 265.
It's a
Do
sturdy
not
dude.
get in that dude's
Yeah.
grill, literally or figuratively. Don't get in front of an 18-wheeler. 18-wheeler guys, they're always big, they're always husky, they're always looking to brawl, and you're not going to stand a chance with those guys.
Yeah.
I'd imagine, though, that their kryptonite is movement. I can't imagine that the quicks and chasing you down are their virtue. Right.
I think you lose the gamble when he gets out of the cab. You know what I mean? Like that means he's down to move.
Emmy says it's a guy. It's just a guy who's slightly built with longish hair and a pink velour juicy jumpsuit on. All right, let's bring it home, Expat.
All right, that is the news for Dave Dameshek, Adam Crayola, and Bitch Mop. My name's Chris Laxamana.
Shaq. Tickled Brown.
That's it.
Oh.